All right, so I guess you kind of learn through trial and error. I learned through trial and error that I can't really put my phone on a tripod and turn it sideways because when you guys scroll to see it, it doesn't show the whole picture. So I already did this live video once for those of you, a few of you who were able to see it or parts of it, and I am doing it again because I learned through trial and error that didn't work. Anyways, that's what happens, but I am being accountable. And that's what I wanted to follow through on, because I would have talked myself out of it if I didn't post the video yesterday about being accountable. So I'm accountable, reaching this goal to do a Facebook Live. I want to talk to you today about an object lesson that I recently saw on the internet. And it was really thought-provoking, and I like thought-provoking stuff. I like stuff that makes me think. And this one did, and I think it'll make you think as well. Kind of about self-esteem and what we kind of do to each other. So I'm going to show you something. This is a can. And it looks like this can has had better days, right? Looks like it's been kicked around, dropped, maybe hit in the stomach a few times. This can has had better days. Sometimes it feels like we've had better days. It feels like we've been drop kicked, punched around, hit in the stomach, can't really find some air to breathe. We kind of feel like this can. And it's, what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of a way that we and others label ourselves by the outside of this can. We feel a lack of self-esteem. We feel like, why would anybody want this can? Because it's broken, it's dented. It's like me personally, when I go to the store, I don't buy cans if they have dent. I push them aside and find ones that don't have dents. And so as we get these dents over time and through living life, it can feel like these dents are us. It's who we are. I am this dent. And people also, they label us. If you notice, this can doesn't have a label. So people are going to see the dents. They're going to start labeling you for the dents. And you're going to probably feel like they label you. And you're also going to label yourself for the dents that you're carrying. And so it begins to feel like we're not very confident. Like, why would anybody want us? Why would we try this? Why would we try to reach our goals? Because we have all these dents. And we failed so many times before. And it's just not going to work. I'm just not that kind of person. But I want to challenge you today with a way you can increase your self-esteem. So the way you can increase your self-esteem is by doing what you will say you do. Now that is easier said than done, because oftentimes the things we want to do are big. Well, and they might even not be big, but they seem big, and they're just simply hard. So my example is scripture reading. I wanted to get better at reading my scriptures. But my ideal was like, start with a prayer, read for 20 minutes, and then meditate. Like a 20-minute thing. I have 4 kids though. I'm still up multiple times in the night with the baby. And I just couldn't reach that goal. I couldn't do it. It felt like the dents were adding in, like you can't even get to your scriptures, you know? And then I heard from a fellow podcaster, her name's Brooke Snow, about ceilings and ladders. I'm not going to teach you the concept of ceiling and ladders, but the part of it that really made sense to me. That I'll teach that in another class or something. But her theory was you've got to take the smallest steps in order to make progress. The smallest step being something that you can do every day, no matter what. No matter if you don't feel good, no matter if it's a hard day, make it easy enough that you can do it no matter what. So the thing that I decided I could do no matter what was to read 1 verse a day. 1 verse is not very much. It only probably takes about 30 seconds. But as I read that verse, each day I started to build confidence that I could trust myself to do what I say I was going to do. I have in a little picture here to show you an example. You've probably seen this around the internet. But my original goal was to read for 20 minutes with a prayer at first. But I couldn't quite reach that rung. It was really hard and really far to jump to. But as I started reading one verse a day, I was making progress. I still haven't got to the full 20 minutes, but I'm making progress in being spiritual a little bit every day. So the podcaster that I listened to, her goal was she wanted to run 3 miles, but she knew she couldn't just start cold turkey and run 3 miles. So her goal was to put her shoes on and step outside. That was it. Just put her running shoes on and step outside. That was her small step that was going to lead to her bigger goal. As you take these small, doable steps, they've got to be very, very doable, like easy, easy, easy. And as you take these easy, easy steps, it will build your self-confidence. It will build your ability to trust yourself and to believe that you can do what you say you're going to do. There's some pretty awesome contents in this can. It looks like it still has dents, right? But what's in that can is awesome. And what is inside of you is incredible. It's there. It's not your past. It's not these dents. What's inside of you is incredible. So as you build your trust, your self-trust, as you build your self-esteem, you will realize how good these contents are and how much that can show, and you will be able to be a shiny can. Anyways, I hope this is thought-provoking and a tool that you might be able to use in building your own self-confidence and self-esteem. It has helped me a lot. So, I appreciate you listening. I am starting a thing called Meliora Mentor, but it's spelt Mel-I-Ora. Anyways, I just want to encourage people to have positive thoughts, because I have changed a lot of the negative self-talk I've had around myself to positive ones. And over time, it has been beneficial. Over time, I have improved. I'm still not at my biggest goals or where I want to be, but I'm improving. And that's what I want to encourage you to do, is just to improve in these small and simple steps. So if you like these positive videos, I encourage you to go check out Meliora Mentor on YouTube or share that with your friends. Right now it's these Facebook Lives, but I'm going to be adding more classes and more exciting ways to learn and grow. So anyways, I'm excited and I hope you have a great weekend.